wanted to take a few quick seconds and show you some fun extra texture effects that you can add to your watercolors when you're painting to give a little more interest to them. I'm going to wet my paper, and I'm going to real fast just throw some water on this, because then when I add the paint, it will spread out in all different directions and all different values. I'm going to take a little bit of cobalt blue, and I'm just going to put it on my paper. When you apply salt to the paper, what the salt does is wherever it lands, it absorbs the pigment. And when you remove it once it's dry, you get the effect of snowfall or something. You must do it while it's wet. So here we're going to sprinkle that salt, and when it dries in a few minutes, you'll be able to see the effect that it gave. If you want a softer look, where you're just going to move the paint out a little bit, I dip my hands in water, take the majority of it off, and then I flick, and it's much more softer and diffused. The third technique will actually move the paint and leave a hard line, so it's wonderful if you want to give a directional flow in your water or something. It's a way that you can preserve the white of the paper, or bring it back in this case, without having to put mask on. So I'm going to put some right there. Right here, darker for you, so you'll be able to see this. And then I'm going to dip my brush in alcohol, 70% alcohol. And wherever the alcohol touches the paint, it's going to move it. See how it totally removes it? You can make circles. You can make lines within your water, so it looks like waves or a current rushing in it. So this is what they look wet, but once they dry, this is what your salt would look like. This is what your water would look like. You see it's much softer and diffused, and that is what your rubbing alcohol looks like. When you've used the rubbing alcohol, make sure you really clean your brush good afterwards, because that alcohol will eat away at your hairs. I normally use a separate brush for it. I did use my good one right now because I didn't have that one, loose one around, so I would turn around and clean this really good with the brush cleaner, put a little conditioner in it, and for what little I used, it should be fine. So try these few fun techniques. I think you'll enjoy the results you get with them. Take care.